Welcome back to the Already Dated podcast, and today we're diving money in hand into the idea of pay to win.
Money in hand, I like that. What are you gonna pay to win at? This discussion that we're about to get into?
Yeah, if I could pay to win, a number one in the world podcast, that would be incredible. just buy listens.
Buy listens. Yeah, pay for some XP, buy for some listens, pay sponsors to be on it instead of the other way around.
Yes, pay sponsors to sponsor us. Pay to win is everywhere.
So I guess might as well do the usual thing where you start from the beginning and go into the definition of it. Yes. What's the definition of pay to win?
Well, pay to win is, like in any game, the aspect where players are allowed to gain a advantage through real world currency, which, in not so prevalent now, but in some games just gives you a flat out advantage over someone who has no intention of spending real money in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's most prevalent in multiplayer online games, because why else would you spend money to be better than other people?
Yeah, the pay to win as a concept is kind of just an offshoot of general DLC.
Yeah.
It pay to win, it kind of started before the big loot boxes and then now microtransactions battle pass era that we're in of this anime that we call the games industry. We're in the battle pass era. Because there were quite a few games already doing pay to win before it got big, but nowhere near as prevalent as they are now.
Yeah, but also pay to win has just kind of devolved into pay for convenience in most games now.
Yes.
Because of the prevalency of pay to win in the past, and people were obviously pissed off that people could just pay their way to the top, where two things that free-to-play players had no chance of getting ever.
Which that brings up the different kinds of pay to win.
Yeah.
Because there's the pay for convenience, like you said, where it's usually just paying for something to, and very popular, the phrase that the game companies like to use is skip the grind.
Yep.
Which is usually the grind that the game company themselves designs into the game.
For you to spend time doing in the game to get to the end game.
And then there's the most popular one right now, which is the paying for cosmetics one.
Yeah. Which just, there's no power gain involved. All you're doing is, getting skins, poses, sprays, emotes, and the like.
99 times it's a bunch of junk you don't want, and then the 1% is the thing you do want, and they've perfectly designed the system to be that way because it's gambling. But no, they don't say it's gambling.
But it's a way for little Timmy to go and grab Mum's credit card, because, Mummy, I want this 50 loot boxes so I can potentially get this legendary.
You spend your V-Bucks on these loot boxes to get that legendary skin, and you gotta keep doing it until you get it. Unlike gambling, which is totally different, where you keep putting money into the thing hoping you'll get more money.
Yeah, putting money into something hoping you'll get a return, which, you'll get every time.
The argument they always use is that, well, in gambling you get money back, but in games you don't get money back, you get a digital thing back.
Yes, but this is like buying a pack of Pokemon cards, and in one pack there's 10 energy cards, and in another one there's 10 full art cards. It's the same concept. Like, you can open 10 loot boxes and get nothing, or you can open 10 and get absolutely everything you ever wanted.
The main issue with pay to win stuff, as you were bringing up, is that the big disparity between the people who then have money to pay for something and then the people who don't. And because it's not just with cosmetic stuff that they'll look different from you, which it's all other can of worms, but for pay to win specifically, it's the actual in-game they have an advantage. It's not just, oh, they have a cooler looking character than me. It's actually their guns do more damage than I do, or their character has more skills than I have right now.
Yeah. Like, because most of the people who can, and there is a term for these people, it's called whalers, or whaling.
Yes, the whales.
And those are the people who can just pour thousands of dollars into a game. And mostly these are people in the late, like mid 20s to early 30s. Because they have a lot of disposable income that they can use on, games and the like.
It's people with a lot of disposable income, and if you watch or read a lot of gamer journalism discourse, people like Jim Sterling and Jason Schreier and the such, they all show that most of those whales, like you said, it's that age demographic, and also it's people that are addicted to it, like people who are addicted to gambling, or it literally is people who were addicted to gambling, but then they quit because they got video games instead, and then the video games have the gambling in it, and it's the same way they started.
Yeah, I mean, it just, like, whoever, like, former gambling addicts has just found a different outlet for that addiction. Because, like, being addicted to one thing, it's an addictive personality that you have. So if you just go away from gambling, go to games, you'll become addicted to the game, and you'll want to be the best at that, regardless of how you get there. And it's
especially gross because the game companies themselves use those terms.
Yeah.
Like, there was that famous talk where I think it was the head of King, people who have Candy Crush and stuff, he legit was saying, these are the whales that we gotta target for all their money.
Yeah, literally, it's like, how do they, like, Candy Crush and all those people, they make money off of people just pouring into it constantly. Like, they're buying all the the power-ups you can start the levels with, so they can finish faster, so they can move past all their friends and all this stuff. Be like, look how cool I am.
And you have specific examples of games that use the different kinds of systems. And for myself, I don't have as much experience with pay to win. The ones I've mostly seen and have the most then to say about is the paying for cosmetics only side. Whereas pay to win, I can't really say I've encountered in really any game I've played, or I probably have encountered it, but it was never big enough where it felt like the game was like trying to get me to pay for it. The pay for convenience I did in like Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. A lot of things in there are like, oh, you're not a subscriber? Oh, you can't get this thing then.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, well, screw you too then. But it's not a pay to win case.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe it is. I don't know.
But like, yeah, for me, like, I have been in a lot of pay-to-win games, and especially pay for convenience. Like, pay for convenience is probably my biggest thing because I have been one of those people to pay for the convening.
Yep. To skip the grind.
Yeah, and that's mostly like in the beginning, like late teens, early 20s. I would never spend money to skip the grind because that's why I played the games.
Yeah.
And for me, like later on when I had a full-time job and I had, got my fiance, all this stuff, didn't have as much time to play. Sometimes, yes, I would occasionally put a couple of dollars into a game to, jump forward a little bit. Not to surpass people, but just to stay on par.
Yeah.
And like, there's actually a different way that some games that aren't pay to win have become pay to win. Like World of Warcraft. All you can buy on the store is mounts and all this stuff. You can buy level boost, but that doesn't make you better by any means. You still have to play the game to get stuff. You don't you don't buy a level boost and then you're all of a sudden a god. But there is a quite popular site called G2G, or Gamer to Gamer.
Yes.
People sell boosts on there for real money, and some people just buy those over and over and over again until they're a fucking god tier equipped character.
Yeah, that brings up the whole other one of the like the CS:GO skins and stuff. That's the cosmetics one we'll get to.
Yeah. But this is literally like this is paying for power that other people won't have access to because they won't get invited to groups because they don't have said power.
Mm-hmm.
Although the only problem with something like WoW when people do that is like you can't buy skill. You don't become better at the game even though you have all this stuff. Like you can be better equipped than someone in WoW, but you can still be worse.
Which that's always the argument I've had for pay to win. I don't like pay to win, but I think I've said in the past that for me, paying for cosmetics only is almost not more annoying, but it's more annoying to me personally because
you're a collector like me.
I don't know about collector, but more if there's a specific thing, a specific look I like, then it's like I want that one.
Yeah.
And I want to earn it, not I want to pay some real money for it. Whereas for pay to win, you can have someone who has spent all this money to get the coolest gamer gun out there, but if they suck at the game, you can still beat them just fine.
But like for me, the problem with cosmetic or pay for cosmetics is I am a collector skin wise. Overwatch is the biggest disparity for me there. I can't open a classic loot box in Overwatch and get anything I don't have. I have every single classic thing, emotes, skins, victory poses, highlight intros for every character. And I'm sure I can go in and take a screen grab of my Overwatch hero gallery and then put it in the video.
I'm sure it'll just show as you said, the full list of everything's unlocked.
Because like the heroes have like something out of something, like a number out of 100 and something cosmetics for a hero. Most of the heroes I'm missing maybe like one or two things on, and usually is gold guns because I don't have that many comp points yet. And it takes a long time to get those. But apart from that, most heroes, all I'm missing is the golden gun for playing competitive and getting points.
Yeah.
But I have everything else. Every event that came up, I bought like 70 loot boxes, got credits, bought the things I didn't get from the loot boxes with the credits.
And for me, the cosmetic side, it is just frustration whenever you have to pay for it. Because every time I've ever paid for cosmetic, it's never ever felt good. It's always felt like a really grimy, dirty thing. Like again in Star Wars The Old Republic, the one game I have ever bought loot boxes in because I wanted a cosmetic thing and I didn't get it.
I mean, I actually have a pretty insane story on wanting a very specific cosmetic thing. Destiny 2 used to have loot box style thing called like bright engrams.
Yes, I remember that.
They removed those. They are completely gone now. If you want something, you have to go and buy it like just straight up.
Yeah.
But this was an old thing from seasons past, and then it was reintroduced in one of these engrams for a season. I spent 140 euros on bright engrams before I got it, and I had everything else. I just didn't get this one sparrow that I wanted to get, which was like a Ghost Rider looking sparrow, and I was like, I want it. So I ended up spending like a lot of money on that, and it felt equally shitty every single time I got all the same stuff over and over and over again.
Did it feel good when you finally got it?
Nope. Because then I remembered how much money I spent getting it.
Exactly, yeah. If it's for something in-game, like if you were spending your in-game currency to get that, when you finally got it, it would be like, okay, sweet. All that time I put in, I finally got the thing I wanted. But yeah, when it's just real-world money spending it.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I remember the other example. I have the exact same story, not as much money though. And this is going to be for such a shit game example for Ghost Recon Wildlands. The Ubisoft open world Ghost Recon game.
The Tom Clancy game.
Yes, the Tom Clancy game, which I still stand by, that Ghost Recon Wildlands is a better open world stealth game than Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't care what people say.
Metal Gear Solid 5 was bad.
Yeah, I have a personal vendetta against Metal Gear 5 whenever we get to talking about the
franchise,
the favorite games thing.
Yeah, when we get to that franchise in a future podcast, by the way, so keep listening.
Oh yeah, gotta hook people in for the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
The big cliffhanger to where I rant for 30 minutes about MGS5. Okay, no. So Ghost Recon Wildlands, they had, fittingly to Metal Gear, they had a cosmetic where it was, you got a bandana, like how Snake has.
Yeah.
And I wanted it because it was a stealth game. I was like, well, they have the Snake bandana. I gotta get it. I ended up spending like £40 worth of loot boxes just to get this stupid bandana. And it did feel good once I finally got it.
It's more like it feels good that you don't have to spend any more money.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
not like you're
good
like
to finally have it, but if I had earned it in game instead,
oh yeah, it's a different feeling.
That would have been so sick if it was like get 100 headshots and then you get the bandana.
But for me, it's like in Destiny as well. Like there are cosmetics like for ships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That are very challenging to get, and you can only get them through doing challenge. I might not care as much for that as I did for that Burnout Sparrow that looked like a Ghost Rider thing. But when I got, like, there was a ship thing I got for doing a mission within a certain time period, and like the first time I did that mission, it took me like an hour and 20 minutes. You had to do this mission in like 15 minutes. So you had to be basically flawless in the going around of it. And that is, I feel more proud of that like tenfold than I did of getting that shitty Burnout Sparrow now.
Like you mentioning you being the collector of cosmetics.
Yeah.
The one area I've been that most recently is in the Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order, where you can get different ponchos and different ship skins and different skins for the robot buddy you have.
Yeah.
And I got all of them because they're scattered around the world and you have to go find them, and then it's really fun when you do find them. And lightsaber parts as well. But if that was all paid, I wouldn't have gotten a single one of them, because none of them are, well, for one, none of them are ones I would want to pay for. None of them are like, whoa, I gotta have that. They're all just cool to have.
Yeah.
But it's more just the case of, if it would have been a paying case, I would have not spent a single freaking dime on it. Even if there was ones I would have liked. Well, maybe a lightsaber part or something. But yeah, it's never...
Yeah.
Paying for cosmetics for me never, ever has felt good when I've done it. Even when I've gotten the thing I've wanted.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've never gotten behind the argument when people say for a game...
Oh, it's just pay for cosmetics. Yeah, it's just pay for cosmetics. Yes, but you feel so bad when you get it.
It's better than it being pay to win. Like Fortnite, it's good that you can't just buy the one shot, kill all enemies on the map gun, because that would be ridiculous. But of course, they specifically then design it, because it is pay for cosmetics, that, well, we'll give people the crap ones for free. And then all the cool ones that people will want, those we'll put behind the paywall instead of you can earn it.
Yeah, like Blizzard dropped the ball on pay to win. Because their new Diablo game is 100% pay to win. Like, there's no chance they did. Like, they knew what they were doing. Because when you think about it, Diablo 1, so old that it didn't have anything like that. It was from like 1990 something.
Yeah, that's...
And then Diablo 2,
90s.
which was from late 90s as well. The expansion for it came in 2000. Again, no pay to win. Now there's Gamer to Gamer with the resurrected version of Diablo 2, and people sell stuff on there. Blah, blah, blah. Again, since the latter came out, that just ruins it. because that's a whole other bag. But Diablo 3, there was not a single thing you could do. There was no trading in that game. You had to grind your brains out to like get the gear to get and go up on the leaderboard.
Wasn't there a cash shop initially?
Initially, but that was removed so fast.
Yeah, because I remember
It was
that
because
was the big outrage with it.
It was the Real Money auction house.
Yes, exactly. That's the one.
But at that point, there was no leaderboard in the game either. So it was just like, I don't know why people spent money on it. That makes no sense to me. Because the expansion, it wasn't until the expansion that they released like the rifts and stuff like that, where you would now have like EU, NA leaderboards and stuff like that. Which I have placed in the top 10 of 2-player leaderboards for all of EU. Let's just get that out there. I'm a pro gamer.
You got the gamer cred.
But ever since then, like, there has been no pay to win. It's all you. You have to put in the hours to get the gear. You have to put in the hours to level up your gems. And then your skill level pretty much determines how far you can go. And then Diablo Immortal. So much pain. So much pain. Because that still revolves around rifting. Which also has leaderboards. But you can upgrade these rifts. Get ready for it, because there's legendary gems in this game. 1-star, 2-star, and 5-star legendary gems. However, with rare crests that you can empower the rifts with, you can only get 1- and 2-star gems. With the legendary crests, you can get 5-star gems, and they don't have they have a chance to not drop as 5 stars.
Yep.
But the gems themselves are classified as 5 stars because they're way better than 1- and 2-star gems. But then you also have to luck out on getting a 5-star gem at 5 stars. And they say a free-to-play player will almost never see a legendary crest for free.
Yeah.
Where pay-to-win people, you can go into the store and buy as many as you want.
Of course.
For $250, you can get 100 legendary crests, and then you get 100 times more legendaries than people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I never looked into the specific examples because I didn't need to. When they announced it was Diablo on the phone, already it was like, oh, this is gonna be a new level of pay to win.
But also, they have a battle pass. And
they have a battle pass?
Yes, in the battle pass, there's also pay to win shit.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
But like, I was watching a little recap of all this pay to win stuff from a YouTuber called Rax, or Raxantrax. Popular Diablo 3 streamer, probably one of the biggest ones.
Wait, isn't he the guy with
He's a blue hoodie guy.
Oh, he's not the blue Doge, not the blue, the
No.
Doge dog with the glasses.
No.
Okay,
This guy's just called Raxantrax, and he is shorthand Rax.
Okay.
But he's known for his blue hoodie. Other than that, not so much. But he is one of the best Diablo 3 players in the world, and then he went on his brother's account and did a comparison. And holy crap. But he also talked about, like, he's at the echelon of where you can be free to play.
Yeah.
And even then, someone who has 1 5-star gem has almost double his combat rating, aka almost twice as much damage as him, for spending the moolah. But
Of
also,
course.
it's like for getting like a 5-star gem at 5 stars, it's like a 1 in 2,000 chance. So the people who have those are wailing hard.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna pull out my secret card here. 'Cause
You've activated my trap card.
I've specifically not mentioned this, that one of the games that you have spoken about that you like very much and are currently playing fits into... It could be more pay for convenience, but it could also be more pay to win. That game being Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Because you can pay for the experience boosters to help you level up faster.
I've done that. I have the permanent XP boost.
You
and
bought it?
And the permanent gold boost.
And why did you buy it?
I don't know. Because I wanted to. I had money. It was literally...
okay,
I had no like further thought. I was just like, hey, it's like €10 for permanent XP and permanent gold bonus.
Yeah, but I guess I'm more trying to get to the root of not because I had money, but why did
It also
you...
has 0 multiplayer, so you can make maps for people or missions for people, but there's no like leaderboards, nothing. Like there's no indicator of you being better than anyone else at the game.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get at as well, is that it's been designed, they've made the XP stingy, so they'll make you buy the XP booster.
Yeah, the
But
XP is very
the
stingy.
reason I don't have as much of an issue for pay to win as I do for paying for cosmetics is when it's in a single player game.
Yeah,
It's still
'Cause they're, again,
scummy, but when it's just you, or when it's a
not
co-op game,
yeah, you're not dragging other people down by
Yeah.
spending money, because that's literally what you're doing in multiplayer games. Like you are diminishing someone else's time spent in the game by you just fucking popping your credit card in and
Yeah.
being better than them immediately.
exactly, something that a free-to-play player can take ages to get, like the gems in Diablo, or
Yeah.
have such a minuscule percentage of them getting, someone else can just buy it and have it.
Yeah, and that just diminishes someone else, like what the time other people spend in the game.
Yeah, but when it's a single player one, I still don't like it because it's still
It's scummy.
targeting whales. It's still playing into games being gambling, the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But you're not taking other people down.
Yeah. Yeah, single player games, it doesn't really bother me. Like in most single player games, I won't pay a dime for any of their stuff. Like I'll buy the DLCs if in a single player game,
Yeah.
if I enjoy the story, that's it. Like, and that's whatever. But other than that, it's just like I just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's just that's a game I like to play for fun. I like the exploration. I like all that stuff, and I like to look cool while doing it.
Yeah.
Because most of what I've bought otherwise, I bought the XP boost, and other than that, I've just bought like one cosmetic set that I liked. It's like a Hades Hellfire looking thing.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all I've spent in the game. Other than the free Ubisoft rewards stuff that you get for literally no reason.
I kind of like that. It's the one time I will ever praise Ubisoft. Put this down in the record.
Pull out the cameras, people. He's about to say it.
Yeah. The one thing I've ever liked about Ubisoft is those free things, because it gives you points from playing their games that you can then spend in other games to unlock free stuff.
Yeah.
But then, even then, just put that stuff in the game anyway.
Yeah, you could just do that, or
Don't put it behind.
go and play all our other games so you can go back to the game you actually enjoyed
Yeah.
playing, and then go get our rewards program stuff.
It's cool to have, but just put it in the game instead.
Yeah, might be easier, but it also now we have glossed over pay for convenience for a little bit,
Yeah,
which is the biggest progenitor in games today.
Yeah, I guess the Ass Creed XP boosts fit more into pay for convenience.
Yeah, that's like
In a way.
like I call pay for convenience pay to speed up, pay to skip the
Yeah,
grind
it's
kind of thing.
it's skipping the grind, as I was saying.
Yeah, and one of the most prevalent and older offenders of this is Clash of Clans. Because everyone can get to the same place over time, but someone can spend gems and skip that 24-hour build
Yep.
and do it over and over again by keeping on that credit card running. Keep it running red. While someone else who gets gems very slowly and has to wait the 24 hours, and so they can get to the same place, it'll just take them like a year longer.
Those wait times might actually be one of the things I
It's
hated
so
the
bad.
most whenever I played mobile games, and in
Yeah.
other games when it's been put in. Like,
Yeah.
again, Metal Gear Solid 5. Oh my god. It has wait timers. Even though you can't pay microtransactions to skip it, it just has them, and you just have to wait for no reason.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, mobile games are probably the biggest like the biggest pay for convenience things, because they all introduce like timers that you have to wait out, and you can spend the gems in the game, which literally every mobile game now has gems.
Yeah, it's always gems or crystals or shards.
Yeah. And you can it's always the only thing you can buy in the store is just more gems to speed up your progress.
Which that is worse than pay to win for me. Because again, with the points that we've laid out, pay to win in single player games, it's grimy, but you're not putting down people like you're on multiplayer games. In multiplayer games, someone can be pay to win, but that doesn't mean they're good at it. You can still beat them.
In Clash
Paying
of Clans,
for convenience.
Clash of Clans, like in a game like that, you don't need skill very much.
Yeah.
You just tap your troops on the fucking thing, and then that's it. And if you have all the gems, you can just keep on spamming and stay on top of the leaderboard forever. Which is arguably so much more scummy.
Yeah.
Because in most pay-to-win multiplayer scenarios, you still have to be good at the game.
Yeah.
Where pay for
It'll
convenience
give you your more levels or give you your more stats.
Yeah.
But
you still have to be good. Where pay for convenience games like Clash of Clans and mobile games in general, you just pay to be better by default. And then the free-to-play player can be where you are now in a year, and then in that year you're going to be like 5 years ahead of them again. And little Timmy Two Shoes is never going to have a chance to catch up to Big Bobby Big Spender.
Because Big Bobby Big Spender has the big boy bucks, and he managed to skip the grind that they programmed into the game,
which is the only gameplay loop in the game.
Yeah. It may be a controversial opinion, but yeah, that wait times, paying to skip, paying for convenience, that to me is the worst one.
And if anyone has a different opinion, feel free to comment, tweet, do anything about it. And we will firmly take your opinions into consideration and then probably not address them.
Yes, please go to our already dated Twitter account and our TikTok account and let us know that you have a different opinion. Drive up those engagement levels.
Yes. Although in future we might actually take people's things, do a little what did we miss?
Oh yeah.
Segment. Because surely two people can't cover everything.
As we have said in the past, we are not experts.
Yeah. So if we do miss something and you're like, hey, I would like to know what you think about this, tweet it at us, comment on the video. Or,
and if you find a way to poke holes in something that we've said,
feel free to do so.
Yep. Go right ahead, please.
That's what opinions are for.
Exactly.
We're not here to shoot anyone down. We want to hear it from every side. Or we will be most interested if you can back up your opposite claim.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
gotta give
us your opposite claim with explanation, please.
Please type out your essay with your thesis statement.
Yes.
And yeah. So to get into the final one that you've already touched on a lot with the paying for cosmetics ones, Overwatch was your main example.
And generally team shooter games nowadays.
Yes.
Because it's very rare that in those games you can buy anything to make your gun do more damage. It's usually gun skins, hero skins. In the like Overwatch and Paladins, it's hero skins. In Counter-Strike, in CSGO and all this stuff, it's gun skins.
Gun skins. In Team Fortress, it was hats. In Fortnite, it's character skins.
Yeah. I actually do have a different version of not pay to win, but something that annoys me. Predominantly in something like League of Legends. It's a big example. Paying for something that should be available to everyone, like new heroes.
Yes.
which is like that should just be in the game. People are already paying you for so much other stuff. Don't make them pay for heroes that you add in when you have 300 of them.
Paying for characters, yeah, that's its own.
And especially in a game like League where the characters are uniquely different. It's like making people spend real money to be able to play your new content. It's so just it rubs me the wrong way.
And this isn't a case because someone may make the argument of like DLC characters for fighting games, like DLC characters in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
But that's different because those weren't developed at the same time as the game. They were made way after. Whereas with your League example especially, most characters are already in there and they still make you pay for the base roster that was in the game already.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, they make new heroes or new characters all the time. But, yeah. For example, Overwatch, they put out new heroes, new maps. You don't have to pay for it. And especially now with Overwatch 2 coming out, which is completely free.
Yeah.
All they have in there now is a battle pass.
Yeah.
And pay for specific cosmetics. There's no more loot boxes as well. So no more gambling. What you get is what you get. What you pay for is what you pay for.
Whereas, yeah, League is one of the only games I can think of where when the game even first launched, its base roster, you still have to pay to get characters in it.
Yeah. And I never have been a big fan of like having to pay for new maps or new characters ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, that should be, people should just get that, especially if they pay in this like in a free to play game like League. Sure, I guess, but I don't even know if League has a battle pass format. Correct me if they do. If they do, then it's even more scummy that you have to pay for characters.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do have a battle pass type thing.
Probably every game does now, but like if they do, then it's even worse. That you have to pay for characters and maps. Like, you're already paying for a battle pass, which has other stuff in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know where I'd rank the unlocking characters part. It's not as annoying as the paying for convenience thing for me.
I think pay for convenience is definitely top dog in most nauseating style of monetization.
Yeah. Especially the wait times one for mobile games. That is like the scummiest one besides like loot boxes that I can think of. For
like the pay for cosmetics is horrible. That's the most horrible when it's in loot boxes and you have to just gamble to get it. It's not like, it still doesn't feel like accomplishing, but at least when you can go and pay for currency and then just go and buy the specific thing you want, that's fine, sure, but it just still obviously doesn't feel as good as getting it, unlocking it by doing something.
Like, but for the loot boxes specific example, in the Old Republic, they still have the loot boxes now, but I added money to my account to buy a lightsaber because I could just buy it. It wasn't in a loot box. And I feel bad because it was too much money to have spent on a freaking stupid virtual lightsaber. But I'm still somewhat glad I bought it because I did just buy it myself because I could. It wasn't in a loot box that, I gotta gamble to try and see if I manage to please the gacha gods and get the lightsaber that way. No. Yeah,
I mean, loot boxes are the pinnacle of just a nauseating thing. You can spend anywhere from 10 euros to 200 euros to get one thing.
Yep.
And that brings me back to the Pokemon. Like, it would be this, like, being the same as buying a pack of Pokemon cards with 10 energy cards and then getting one with 10 full art cards. It's like the same thing. You can buy 10 loot boxes, get nothing, buy 10 and get everything you ever wanted in the game, cosmetic wise.
And like most things in the game industry, we can thank EA for that.
Hey,
because they introduced loot boxes.
FIFA packs, guys. FIFA packs. It's
not just FIFA
one of the
packs.
biggest.
but in Mass Effect 3 of all examples.
That's the first time you've brought up Mass Effect. I'm shocked.
It will come back in the future.
One of your favorite game series.
Yes, Mass Effect 3 had a multiplayer mode, and it was a horde mode, which I hate horde modes, but it was one of the first games to introduce loot boxes. And EA was to thank for that, and then that spawned the loot boxes being in Overwatch, and then that popularized them to being everywhere.
I mean, probably the game that runs off of loot boxes is Hearthstone. But that's because of what it is. Like, you go in and you know what you're going into. It's a card game. People want to open packs in card games.
Yeah.
It's the same as buying a pack of cards down in a store. Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all those things. People get excited when they open one and get something special, sure. But at least Hearthstone has a fail-safe mechanic in it.
Which is?
You can't, Legendary specifically was an issue in the beginning, where you could get multiples of the same Legendary without having gotten all of them already. But now they've put in a fail-safe where if you get a Legendary from a set, it will always be one you have not already collected, and you will not get duplicates until you've gotten every single one of them. So you are guaranteed to complete the set before you start getting dupes of different things. Like, you can't get duplicate epic cards until you've gotten all of them. You can't get duplicate whatever. So at least there's a fail-safe, so it's less gambling than it was when you first started.
Yeah. Which kind of the overall theme of this whole discussion, at least for me, has been that we don't really like any of these.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I prefer your AAA buy the game, get everything that's in there.
Yeah.
If a DLC comes out, I'll buy it because that's story progression.
Yeah.
But I don't really look up to the monetization methods of buying power, or again, buying cosmetics, and that's not a big issue for me. But buying loot boxes and gambling on getting something, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's
outside of games that are literally made in that sphere, like Hearthstone, which is a card game, and cards have always been gambling to a certain extent, and you know what you're getting into there. But yeah, pay for convenience, uber trash. Pay to win in multiplayer games, I can't even explain it. Pay for loot boxes to then gamble on getting a cosmetic through 20 to 2,000 euros, also uber trash.
Yeah.
Paying for heroes in a game where you also probably have a battle pass, also
uber trash.
Yeah, it's all just bad. But again, there's never really been a monetization method in a game that everyone has unanimously agreed is good.
Yeah, the only ones are the original AAA model where you bought the game and that was it.
And then
maybe they put out expansions.
Yeah, there might be a DLC. That's it.
Or the one that seems to have caught on the most, which is the paying for cosmetics one.
And right now it's battle passes with cosmetics.
Yeah,
Battle passes are the biggest monetizer in most games now. Valorant, Overwatch 2, that's coming out in October 4th. Yeah, that's all battle pass model. Fortnite is a battle pass model. Even Hearthstone has a battle pass model now, which is kind of scummy since you can also buy the card packs. That's another can of worms. I'll probably
of course it's Blizzard.
Yeah, hey, Activision.
Ah, yes, Activision Blizzard. Sorry.
Yep, it's all the way since 2008, which some people don't know.
Yeah, I didn't.
But they didn't start taking off until Overwatch came out.
I don't know how much more of this there is left to tap.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not a super deep topic unless you get really into the nitty-gritty of fucking scummy companies like EA.
Well, it is a deep topic, and we've touched on it, that in the ways it can be really scummy and the way it plays into gambling methods and trying to hook whales into spending money.
Basically, they're just trying to hook addictive personalities to their games.
Exactly.
Who they know will spend money, because they're trying to create an addictive gameplay loop for them to want to skip or be like, okay, yeah.
Like most corporations, they don't see it as people, they just see it as numbers. We got to hit the money numbers, so what can we do to get them numbers higher?
Yeah, for them, people are credit cards with arms and legs.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why the whole theme of this has been that we don't like any of these, and why we have said some are better or worse than the others.
There is not a payment method that everyone unanimously can agree is just good.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are against battle passes. I personally don't really care too much. Like, I don't think they're that terrible if it's just cosmetics and you can see what you're getting.
The main reason I don't like battle passes is because of their temporary nature.
Yeah, it's like it's again like you're on a time limit to get these things before the next season when like in the game comes out, and then it's just gone forever. And then if you didn't have time to play, then it's just like, oh, but I really like that, but I didn't have time to play. But fuck me, right?
Yeah, the same thing as you said. It's playing into addictive personalities, but instead of the gambling side, it's the missing out FOMO stuff side.
That's literally what they're targeting are people who suffer from FOMO.
Yes.
Fear of missing out.
The ultimate trifecta for them is combining the two.
Yeah. But on that note, I think we have reached a comfortable endpoint to this.
Yes.
Again, if people have any ideas on anything we missed, any, differing opinions on what we've just said, if you're really into the pay for convenience thing and you have a really good explanation why, I'd love to hear it.
Yes. I would especially love to hear that one, because there may be a chance it could. No.
There's
no,
probably
I couldn't
you probably
won't.
Yeah, I know it was a joke almost, but yeah, you probably won't sway us, but we will definitely listen.
Yeah. Read anything that you have to say, and we'll try and see it the way you see. If you think you have the justification for it, then we'll read it through. Probably will disagree, but we'll at least take it seriously.
Yeah. On that note, we'll see you in the next one, guys.
Bye.